Welcome back to Mystica's Garden of Serenity, Faith and Hope. Today, we journey back into the world of the Call of Mercy for the premiere of Season 2. In the first season, we followed Princess Alina, a beacon of hope whose miraculous gift of healing brought solace to the weary and afflicted across the kingdom Esphilid. Her hands, guided by a divine touch, mended broken bodies and restored failing crops. But as she healed the land, a shadow deepened within the very heart of the kingdom, the palace itself. We open Season 2 with the crown's hunger. A storm rages, not just across the moors, but within the soul of King Alina, our princess with fiery red hair and a spirit to match, returns from her journeys of compassion, her emerald gown a symbol of life amidst the encroaching despair. She healed the villagers, yes, but the crown itself now starves, not for food, but for something far more vital, compassion. Her father, King Uldric, once a just ruler, is now a man consumed by grief. The loss of his queen has twisted his love into a bitter hatred, his sorrow calcifying into a lust for absolute power. He sees his daughter's mercy not as a virtue, but as a betrayal. When she arrives, he doesn't see a healer or a princess, but a perceived threat to his iron-fisted rule. "You bow to peasants," he sneers, his voice echoing in the cold throne room. "You are no daughter of mine, no queen for any kingdom." His words are a decree, an attempt to sever the bond of blood and love. The royal court mirrors the king's cold heart. Lavish feasts are laid out on long tables, yet the food remains untouched. A grotesque display of wealth while the people outside the palace gates suffer. Granaries that should be full are empty, while nobles hoard their gold, deaf to the cries of the hungry. Power has become their god, and greed their gospel. Through these cold marble halls, Alina walks, her emerald gown a vibrant river of life in a desert of indifference. She stands at a window, gazing down at the suffering crowds, her heart aching with their pain. Her whisper is a prayer, a quiet declaration of truth against the backdrop of her father, Estaruni. The kingdom is measured by its weakest, not its strongest. This is the core of her belief, the principle that guides her every action. It is a direct challenge to her father's philosophy of strength at any cost. In a breathtaking act of defiance, Alina enters the great hall during a royal assembly. The nobles, clad in their finery, watch in stunned silence as she walks to the king's table. Instead of jewels or riches, she places a single, humble loaf of bread before him. The gasp from the court is audible. This simple act is an indictment of their excess, a powerful symbol of the people's plight. King Uldric, enraged by this public rebuke, slams his fist on the table. "Remove this filth," he roars. "Mercy is weakness." But Alina does not flinch. With grace and courage, she takes the loaf, breaks it, and begins to hand the pieces to the trembling servants who line the hall. Her voice, clear and steady, rings with conviction as she looks at her father. "Then let weakness feed your kingdom." This moment is the breaking point. It is a declaration of war, not with swords, but with compassion. Choosing the path of mercy, Alina rides out from the palace at sunrise. She leaves behind the gilded cage of her father's court to stand with her people. Her journey takes her from the palace to the battlefield, but her weapon remains the same: selfless love. On a sun-drenched hilltop, we see the culmination of her faith. As she stands with her arms wide, a vessel of divine peace, opposing armies lay down their swords. The conflict, fueled by her father's policies, ceases in the face of her unwavering compassion. and at her feet, a miracle, golden wheat begins to bloom from the barren ground. She has become the provision she fought for. One daughter, cast out and condemned, will feed an entire kingdom with her faith. A king's heart may be stone, but mercy is the chisel that can reshape it. As we reflect on Elena's journey, we are reminded of the beautiful promise in Proverbs. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In the storms of our own lives, when we feel weak or outnumbered, He is our strength and our portion forever. Let us lean on Him, for His love never fails. Walk in His peace, carry His light, and remember that with God, all things are possible. Amen. Thank you for joining us in the garden today. If this story has touched your heart, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content that brings faith and hope into our lives. From this garden to yours, may you find peace in the chaos. We'll see you next time.